Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming back and participating in this experiment. I don't think there's anyone new, but for those on rewatch, what we're doing is going through the Courtney Clenney case in the order that the police knew about the information. And just so everybody knows, I know nothing about the case except what I've seen with you. In addition, we are not only am I doing an analysis in real time, the chat group is participating as well and letting me know what their observations are. It's always good to have other perspectives, another set of eyes. It's interesting to see what other people think. So I'm going to be checking in with chat throughout the video because of that. Today, we're going to listen to the body cam video at the scene. Because of the images in the video, we're going to only hear the audio, and then we'll get back to looking at the interrogation. I'm going to say hello to everybody. Good morning, Shanna the Banana, Nikki, Ada, Venus, Benton. Great. Hi, Amy. It's nice to have everybody here. So should we just get going right away? What do you think? Oh, I wanted to mention, when we left off the other day, I forgot to mention it. At the point that we stopped, in my mind, I thought we already had reasonable and probable grounds. In America, you call it probable cause, I think, to make an arrest, as far as I'm concerned. But I could still change my mind, so we'll see. So I'm going to start with the audio of the body cam. So let's go. Got too many screens going on here. Here we go.
Ladies, what these people are in these people are in the elevator. They need to open. They open on the other side, bro.
Oh my God. Danny,
Stay down, man.
Danny, I need you.
Wait, open. Keep this open. See if I can get these people.
They won't tell me where.
Ranger.
Guys, please tell me what's going on.
Ranger.
Come on, like
I want that to you.
I'm covered in his blood because I'm trying to save him.
I understand that.
And if I don't yell kid, then what will I do with my life?
No, these people are stuck in the elevator. You open the other side.
Did you hear that? So I think it was basically, if I lose him or if something happens, what am I going to do with my life? Is that what she said? If that's the case, I mean, certainly she did say, what am I going to do with my life? Regardless of what preceded that. Her loved one is in dire condition in the other room. She's thinking about what she's going to do with her life. That tells me what her priorities are. I'm going to see what Jadzia, this is the body cam from the first responders. I could not put up the video because of what was contained in it. And sometimes I get demonetized and I don't even know why. So I wasn't even going to risk that. Yes. Shanna saying, yeah, priorities. Diana saying the attention should be focused on helping Christian. Yeah. So this is where she's going in her head. Very interesting. It's telling about her. Not necessarily about the crime itself, but certainly about her. Let's keep going.
Sit down, relax, okay?
Boys, come here. Boys, Chesty, come here. Just baby, sit down. They won't tell me.
So right there, he's told her to sit down now for the second time. That's common at calls. People act in sometimes weird ways. They don't necessarily listen well. They want something or want to do something or need to get rid of excess energy. So it's pretty common that they don't listen to first responders. Oh, and she says, guys, will you please babysit them? Meaning her dogs. So this is a little bit Sarah Boone here, where she's ordering the police around.
Listen, we don't know. We need rescues right here. We're trying to get them.
No.
His name.
What is his name? Christian Obamselli. Christian Obamselli. Christian Obamselli. Please.
Listen, sit down. Do me a favor, sit down. Do not
Why are
move.
you yelling at me?
Do not move.
Why are you yelling at me?
Do not move. Sit down.
Okay,
We don't know what's going on. We don't know what happened.
I'm terrified
So
for him.
right now, yeah, don't worry. They're helping him. So
Sit down repeatedly again. And she's saying, why are you yelling at me? Honey, you're not listening. You're not listening. We need to yell at you. They're not being mean. They have to control that scene. They can't let her just go anywhere she wants because that is all now evidence. Insta Justice True Crime says she's realizing what she has done. Perhaps. Shanna the Banana says sounds like she's interfering. I guess you could interpret it that way. I've seen this on calls though. People run around, they scream, they do irrational things. So I'm not convinced that that's the motivation necessarily. She may want control. She may want to know. That would be reasonable, whether she is self-centered or not. It would be a reasonable thing.
just sit down. Don't move, okay?
Okay, I'm asking you as a person, can you please bring my other dog out to me?
Your dog is right there. Forget about the dog now. Don't worry. Forget about the dog.
But I'm covered in blood. It makes me look really bad. I was holding him the whole time.
I know. We're trying to see what's going on. Calm down.
She says, that makes me look really bad. Once again, that's her concern. Her concern is her. Not, oh my gosh, there was so much, right? There was so much that looks bad for him. It looks bad for his survival. Reassure me that he's going to make it. No, it was reassure me that you don't think I look bad. And she's thinking about her dogs. I kind of get it, but I have a bias that way. And she said spurting blood. That tells me that's an artery. Shanna the Banana, is that I don't know she's thinking about herself, or I don't think, or you don't think that she's thinking about herself? Ms. Jackstar, the professionals in the audio are our first responders, including police. You're listening to police telling her to sit down. Paramedics are there working on him.
Okay, calm down.
I want him to be okay, please.
Okay, calm down. Calm down.
Okay, it's okay. Hey, baby, come on. It's all good.
She's their girlfriend, yeah. She's in handcuffs right now.
You're the girlfriend?
That's me. That's me. I'm covered.
William, I missed your full comment. but you were talking about the men and women you worked with were trained and I guess accustomed to dealing with an emergency, but you still saw people panic. Yeah, we all think we know what we're going to do. Here we just heard her say that she's terrified for him. She wants him to be okay. That does not negate the fact that she was worried for herself first. Diana says she's used to ordering people around, maybe. She seems that way.
Calm down.
Okay, it's okay, baby, come on. It's all good.
She's their girlfriend, yeah. She's in handcuffs right now.
You're the girlfriend?
That's me. That's me. I'm covered. And I was holding him the whole time. He was like, really wet.
So who did it?
So what happened?
I don't even, I'm like covered head to toe. I love him like more than like.
Okay.
So somebody asks her, first she's explaining why she's covered. Why is that her focus? Right? Her focus is not him. He asked who did it. And she went rambling on something else. She didn't say me. She didn't give the story.
So what happened today that we're here?
So I had broken up with him about a week ago. And then today again, like we just weren't getting along kind of, but like we're breaking up again.
So you guys trying to get back together?
Yes, absolutely. Because I want to marry him. I love him. I think that he could change. I could change, whatever. And he just, I said, he started doing some shit that he said he wouldn't do to me. And I said, you know what?
Wow, there's a lot to unpack there, isn't there? She starts with so. So this is what happened, right? She's launching into her narrative and there's some blame shifting happening. She still doesn't just give a direct answer. She doesn't say, I threw a knife at him or he came at me and I did this. No. It's so. And we're hearing they're breaking up and getting back together. And she's saying, but I love him. I want to marry him. Look, if your relationship is like that, just go away. And he can change and I can change. Well, if it's that volatile, go to therapy, each on your own, and come back together when it's all better. You've each dealt with your stuff. Ada is asking about a history of substance abuse. I'm sure that everybody knows. We don't know yet.
We're over, and I walked away, and he pinned me to the wall.
He pinned you against the wall.
She's saying, I told him we were over and I walked away and he pinned me to the wall. How is that possible when you've walked away? So right here, the story's not hanging together. They could ask clarifying questions. First responders not going to want to get too much into clarifying questions. They're going to leave that for the detectives. They just want sort of a thumbnail sketch of what went on.
Made the wall and then pinned me to the ground. It was choking me. And so I got up and I called my mom and I was talking to her. And then he started charging at me and I just had it in my hand because I was like trying to tell him like don't come
What
here.
do you have in your knife? What do you have in your hand? A knife?
Because I was scared.
I'm asking you, what do you have in your hand? A knife, okay.
So on one hand, her story right at the scene is consistent, sort of, in general, with the story she tells during the interrogation. Here, she says, I had the knife in my hand. Now, that's twice she has said that. And this conversation with the mother again. Where's the second 911 call? Somebody in the comments mentioned that maybe mom was accustomed to hearing screaming matches happening while she was on the phone with the daughter, and maybe thought she would just wait for it to subside, right? But something horrible happened, and mom still didn't call 911 as far as I can tell. Joyce is saying if she threw the knife, why is she still holding it? I don't think she said that. I don't think she's holding it.
I called my mom. She's on the phone. She can say like what it was. I was scared, and there was just and he started charging me, so I just threw it. Until I was scared of him, but I just threw it to scare him, and it just made me. I just like I don't know. I feel like it's.
So you said he was choking you, and then
Choking me. Got up. I called my mom because I was scared about that.
You hear the flipping, the switching? She does this during the police interview as well. And some people commented, oh, she's slurring her words. She sounds intoxicated. However, if she was intoxicated, she would slur her words the whole way through. She flips from straight ahead matter of fact to, oh my gosh, the dramatics. Yes, it's true that people can be dramatic in these situations. What I've noticed, though, is a pattern. And the pattern is this. When she's talking about something where she could be in trouble, when she thinks that she is supposed to act upset, we see the theatrics. But then she forgets to keep it up and seems to not know all the time when she should be upset, because she very quickly flips into this matter of fact, oh yes, I was holding it and I was scared. And she also says, ask my mom. Okay. So that raises some questions for me. It's not, I got nothing conclusive, just there are questions coming into my mind. She's not holding the knife, Shauna. Somebody's pointing out she's talking awfully fast. Yes. Her cadence is fast, and there is a change in cadence when she's telling the narrative. She speeds up. But then she forgets that she's supposed to be upset. So she slows down again. Kim is saying talking fast can just be the shock. Yes, that is common when police show up, or fire or paramedics. If any of you out there are paramedics, you've seen this, where the person says, I got to get my whole story out all at once because I need you to know, right? But she's not talking fast the entire time. She's flipping back and forth.
And then we started fighting again, and he came at me, and I just
where was the knife?
in the kitchen.
In the kitchen. So you
But
went to the kitchen.
I don't care what happened. Just please tell me he's gonna.
Listen, right now they're attending him. So
Okay.
so how many times did you stab him?
I did not stab him once. I just threw it because I was scared.
You threw a knife.
Threw it.
You threw a knife.
Threw it from across from. I did not I was scared.
So in telling him, first of all, she's distancing herself and softening what happened. Very important for her to say, I did not stab him. I threw it. Not even I threw it at him, or it was an accident, or anything like that. And the explanation, I was scared. And you can hear this interaction You can hear this officer saying, "What? You did what?" Trying to understand. I think he's not buying it either. Linda, aren't her emotions similar to a psychopath in where she mimics how she thinks she should act because she's incapable of true emotion? So, yes, it's similar in exactly that way. Whether or not she's capable of true emotion is another thing. It's not just psychopaths who do that. But that is an interesting point. Somebody's asking if mother called 911. Not that I know of. And this is my question. If you're on the phone with your child and you hear this horrendous thing, do you not call 911? William Carl is asking, is the knife still in him at this point, or did she remove it? By the time paramedics get there, the knife is not in him. Somebody last time said no way he removed it himself. I don't know if she removed it. She claims she didn't, but at this point, I don't believe anything she's saying. So I can't tell you for sure what happened with it, whether it fell out or he knocked it out or what.
Right. Sit down. Sit down.
No, that's not a body bag, is it?
Sit down. That's not a body bag. Sit down. Sit down.
Oh my God.
Sit down.
Listen to me. Sit down. Sit down.
Okay.
Don't move from there.
Why are you?
You're not helping anymore. Everybody's here to help him out. Okay?
I was
Don't
here to
move
help him
anymore.
out.
Stay there.
I was here.
I know. I got here. Okay?
Oye,
We've been the one helping him out.
Let me
That
go.
is not a body bag, is it?
No.
No.
Okay, well then.
We need somebody to go. We need somebody to go with.
Can you make this just a little bit?
Just give me 1 second.
Push it all the way out. Just have the front part.
Oye, we need somebody to go with rescue.
Move over there.
Oh my God.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, good.
Hey, how old is he? You got an age on him?
He's 27. He turns 28 on April 12th.
George, it's only 3 of us. We don't have anybody to go with rescue.
Hold on, we'll get somebody.
140,
Ranger.
Hey, Tuber, you got a story?
Yes, we're gonna call for ID and have TV videos watching.
I was gonna tell him. Just raise TV.
Yeah, go ahead and open it up.
Someone in the comments is saying that purposely distracting the paramedics is premeditation. I don't know that she's purposely trying to distract paramedics. I think that she thinks she's the center of the universe and everything revolves around her needs and her wants. And I don't think she considers the impact of her behavior. Also, people do act like that at scenes. You can tell though, this cop is about at the point where he's over it now. He's told her to sit down repeatedly. And there comes a point when, all right, this is no longer, I mean, we're here, we're helping, settle down a little bit, let us do our work. And she's just all about herself. So I don't think that she's purposely doing that. And I think if she wanted to make sure that he was gone, she would have not called 911. I think she would have waited. Having said that, we don't know how quickly she made the call. I think the call records from her phone and her mom's phone may tell a story.
Okay, where's your ID?
Just like in one of my parts. Can I just like rinse off? Like I have so much blood in my.
Listen, right now, okay, I understand. We're just trying to work this.
He asked where her ID is, and She's fine. She's okay. Calm, clear. She's not slurring her words again. And then she focuses once again on herself and what she wants. She wants to rinse off. That is understandable, but part of the scene is now her. That's evidence, so they can't let her do that.
So right now we can.
My passport should be in one of my purses.
Your passport.
But I cannot just like go somewhere like covered in my boyfriend's butt. Like
Right now we're not moving from here. Right now.
I mean, I don't even know if I'm leaving here, but I have to leave. I have to go wherever he is.
Okay,
I need to go to the hospital.
He's going to the hospital right now.
I need to go to the hospital.
Okay, we gotta.
I need to go to the hospital.
Yeah, okay, but right now we're conducting an investigation. Okay. Freites, see if you can get inside the purse. There's her ID. See if you can find the other ID.
Why am I in cuffs?
Because we're conducting an investigation. We're trying to determine. I don't know. We're trying to determine what happened. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, because I want to find my whole house is a mess. I'll be able to find it.
Listen, we just got here. We don't know what happened. We're trying to determine what happened.
She's worried about her house being a mess? Again, that preoccupation with people's perceptions. And she says, why am I in cuffs? I mean, part of me understands. I don't know. I want to see what you think. Because your experience is different from mine. If I had an interaction with someone in my house and they ended up in the position that he ended up in, and we were the only two there, I would expect to be in cuffs until they figured it out. What would you expect if it was you in that situation? Would you wonder why you were in cuffs? I'm very curious what you guys think, especially those of you who don't have a legal background. Yeah, Carolina is saying, wow, she's worried about her house being a mess. Yeah. Okay. Not seeing responses there. Oh, someone compared to Sarah Boone. Why is this happening? I'm going to keep going.
Can I please talk to my mother? Can I please talk to my
27
mother?
route to trauma.
I was on the phone with her when it happened.
Wants to talk to mom. I could understand that if she wanted to let mom know she was okay. But she says, I was on the phone with her when I, and she corrects it to, when it happened. So she did something and she knows it. Jerome is talking about, I'm not sure what Jerome's answering, but Jerome says, I think it's because when they punish others, they feel justified and think they did no wrong. And the reason I'm reading Jerome's comment out of context here is because the issue of justification really is important in not only assessing what happened, but assessing threat and predicting that. Carolina is saying, I think authorities placed her in handcuffs to secure the scene for everyone's safety. Yeah. So that wasn't my question, though. That I just wondered if you were in that situation, if you would wonder why that they're doing that. To me, it seems obvious, but that's because of my background. So yes, they do need to protect the scene. They do need to look out for officer safety and public safety. They know there's a weapon in the house. There could be more. They don't know what they're walking into. They don't know who did what. They don't know her. They don't know if there's someone else in there. They don't know. So, yeah, they need to take care of that.
Can I please talk to her? Sir, can I please talk? I was on the phone with her when it happened.
That's a dispatcher. You're never gonna talk to her anymore
Why?
because we're already here.
What do you mean I'm not going to talk to her anymore?
You don't need to talk to the dispatcher.
So I can't,
You're gonna talk to us and to the detective.
like I'm going to jail?
I don't know. I'm telling you, you're gonna talk to the detective.
Oh my
We're gonna conduct an investigation. Just stay back a little bit.
It's homicide.
It's what?
Homicide's the one responding for DV.
Wait, is he dead? Is he dead?
Listen.
MC.
Sit down.
Okay, no, I'll sit down.
down.
I just, you scared me.
Sit down.
He's not dead, is he?
We don't.
No, they're taking him to the hospital right now.
He's in the hospital right now
I need to be at the hospital with him.
Oh, you're not going anywhere.
Why?
You know?
because we're conducting an investigation.
It was I was self-defense. I mean, my mom was on the phone.
You're good. Well, listen, the detectives are coming. You're gonna talk to them, and then you're gonna explain your side.
But I'm gonna be covered in blood. I look crazy. I was holding him while he was spurting blood, trying to stop the blood.
Okay. So I need you to explain to me exactly what happened. I need you to be calm, okay, and explain to me exactly what happened. So we can
I
get-
just feel like I'm gonna throw up because I feel like he might die. It looked like y'all were carrying him out on a body bag.
Yeah, because we couldn't get him on the stretcher because it's too small of a thing.
Okay, that's good to know.
Okay.
I really want to be there. He would want me to be there.
I understand that, but I need you to talk to me right now. I need you to explain to me.
Okay. So I broke up with him about a week ago. My mom came out.
Okay. You both live.
Here we go again. She's doing it again. Is it possible that her mother told her what to say? Is that possible? I don't know anything about these people. But we're hearing this narrative again. It starts at exactly the same place. What happened? So, we broke up, blah, blah, blah. Why are you telling them all that? Tell them what happened.
Here?
Yeah, it's my name on it, but he lives here. So we sorry.
But are you staying here?
Yes, we were gonna.
And she also said at the station her name is on the lease, and now she's saying it here. Yeah, my name is on it, but he lives here. That they didn't ask whose name was on the lease. They asked if he lived there. So to me, this betrays her sense of ownership over the place, her right, like somehow he has less of an entitlement to be there, even if he lives there. So that is interesting to me that she would bring that up at this time. Why is that important in this context? So she seems to be sort of establishing who's the boss here. But it's a weird context to do that in.
He was gonna get a golden retriever.
Okay, but you came here or you were already here today?
We were already here.
She lives. Okay.
We were already here. So I had broken up with him about a week ago. He was staying around the apartment. My mom was here to help me get him out, but I didn't want him out.
Mom was here to help me get him out, but I didn't want him out. Well, that puts an interesting little spin on things. Is mom controlling? Is mom insisting, trying to sort of take over or run her relationship with him? Was mom worried about how things were and is trying to intervene but doesn't know she shouldn't actually try and take control away? So very interesting. She's saying she did not want him to leave. So I think that's important, especially if she claims later that he wouldn't leave her alone or something like that.
Relax.
Would you be able to relax to somebody you love?
Okay.
To what? Just speak to the sergeant.
Okay.
Okay.
So you broke up about a week ago.
Yes, and then my mom left yesterday because I said it'll be all good, like we're done, whatever. And then he came and I was like, you know what? We'll be all good. We'll be all good. And we just like started arguing, and then
Started arguing today?
we started arguing, and he held me against the wall, choked me against the wall.
Okay, but you started
She won't say when they started arguing. So she's hopping over a bunch of stuff here. So we started arguing, and he asks today, and she doesn't answer him. She keeps going with her story.
And we just like started arguing, and then
Started arguing today?
we started arguing, and he held me against the wall, choked me against the wall.
Okay, but you started arguing today?
Right.
About?
Okay, well, that's happened like twice before. It's nothing, like he's never like.
You know what this tells me? They weren't arguing that day. They were not. Because he asks what about, and it's not like she says, I can't remember. We argue all the time. I can't remember. Or it was something dumb. Or, you know, the after the incident happened, I don't know. I wasn't even thinking about it anymore. She's not saying she doesn't remember. She's not saying everything. Anything. She's not saying anything. He wants to know what about, and she says, well, this has happened twice before. So she is no longer talking about today. She's referencing a previous argument. I don't think they had an argument at all. Now, wow. I'm going to check the chat and see what you guys think. Okay, I'm not seeing anything exactly related to this. Romeo Saints is saying, she's thinking of a story, what to say. Perhaps. Some people say, because they say, a lot. West Coast, it says, is she's trying to paint a narrative of her being a victim. Yeah. Or giving a rationale, right? We had an argument. Because she has to say it's self-defense. So we had an argument, but they didn't. She just betrayed that they didn't have an argument that day.
Like try to kill me, you know. It was just like choking me.
Okay, so you started arguing. What were you guys arguing?
Sorry, I'm going to go back a bit because I don't know if anybody heard that. She says here, and she said it in the interrogation, well, he's not like trying to kill me. Well, then, what's the self-defense? I guess, self-defense includes great bodily harm. So I'm starting to wonder, and I don't know anything. I could be way off base, okay? I'm starting to wonder if she went after him. And in these incidents she's talking about, and if he was trying to hold her off and put his hands there. I don't know. I'm just speculating, but it's starting to sound like that.
Okay, well, that's happened like twice before. It's nothing, like he's never like trying to kill me, you know. It was just like choking me.
Okay, so you started arguing. What were you guys arguing about?
God, I'm thinking like
Just relax.
If we could just go home, she would be able to say what it was.
But she wasn't. Was she here?
Here we go again. What were you arguing about? And she doesn't know because it didn't happen. And she goes into I'm. So she's redirecting the focus, and of course, conveniently, it's onto her. And then her cadence speeds up, and she's slurring her words. She's talking so fast. She's slurring her words, and she wants her mom because mom will explain it. Ooh, red flags galore. I have now come to the conclusion, I believe now, based on her words and behavior, I believe there wasn't even an argument. So that begs a lot of other questions. West Coast says she's trying to avoid the details in order to hurry through it. Partially, yeah. But she doesn't have details to offer. And she's in a pickle. And she can't come up with them. So why don't you call mom and let mom tell the story? I don't think there was an argument, guys. Rel says maybe she doesn't want to tell what they argued about. Why? Why not? Why not? Her future is on the line here. So why wouldn't she?
No, I called her because I was scared.
I need. You were here. I need you to explain to me. Okay. That's why I need you to relax. All right. I need you to explain to me. Okay. What did you guys start arguing about? What's your name?
What are you saying?
Your name.
We're
Your
trying
name.
to see.
What is your name? I don't know.
No, I'm thinking about him. I'm scared for him. I just can't think about anything y'all talking about.
Remember, we're trying to follow the story.
So he asks her yet again. And there's this long silence. She's just not answering the question because she can't. And now she's saying, oh, well, I can't think because I'm worried about him. Interesting how she's worried about him at a moment when it benefits her to not be focused because she can't think of her story. That's why. Well, it didn't take me very long to not like this person. Wow.
My name is Courtney Taylor Clenney.
What is it?
Courtney Taylor Clenney.
Okay, Courtney. Courtney, relax. Okay.
You know, I'm like, I cannot.
So you guys started arguing. What did you argue about?
I don't want to lie to you, so right now I cannot even tell you.
Okay, so you guys started arguing. Then what happened?
Threw me against the wall, choked me. I mean, you're looking like this. He's never choked me to where it's
Okay, so
crazy stuff.
There's a pronoun missing. She says, threw me against the wall. And again, her cadence has sped up. She's slurring her words again. But when she gives her name and everything, she's clearer as anything. So this is deception. So threw me, not he did. And she's like this story over and over. And she can't give any details. It's just a story. She's a bad writer.
But I couldn't breathe. Okay. Then he put me on the.
So he throws you against the wall.
Then he put me on the ground, choked me. That's happened 2 other times.
Did he tell you anything? Did he say
just
anything?
like that kind of face, where I was really scared and I was trying to get him off of me and he wouldn't get off. Then he gets off. Then I called my mom.
Okay.
And then I was I went into the other room and I was talking to her and I was crying and saying like something is happening, I don't know what's going on with Christian. And I was just crying, whatever. And then I went to the kitchen and he started charging at me. And I said I'm gonna this.
He's like charging at me. Like? Or was he?
He goes, do it. And then he charged me through, but he was far away, and I never in a million years, like, even, like, I'm
He threw
scared.
a statue at you?
No. It was the knife. I said, like, I was just holding it to be like, please don't come anywhere near me, basically.
Okay.
Because God forbid I ever intend anything like that to somebody that I love. So don't come near me.
Okay.
Wow. God forbid I ever do anything like that. So she knows she's out of control. I think that this young woman is afraid of her own self. I think she is perhaps volatile, and she knows it. And she knows it's dangerous. And this is like that. It's the same with the word stab. I cannot handle thinking that I am the kind of person who could do that thing. I can't handle that. So it didn't happen. So somebody is asking if she's inebriated during this. I do not think so. Because when she slurs her words, it's at only very particular times. And then the rest of the time, she's clear. Her cadence is fine. This is theatrics, and this is self-protection, in my opinion. Someone's saying when she says whatever or like, it doesn't explain what really happened. Yeah, because she can't.
And I was on the phone with my mom the whole time.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then he just charged at me.
And again, on the phone with my mom the whole time. There's something to this. This is important for some reason to her. She already told them, but she's repeating it. I'm getting the impression or the suspicion that she is hoping the police will just talk to her mom and not her, and then mom will make it better. That's my impression. I could be wrong.
So don't come near me.
Okay, and then
I was on the phone with my mom the whole time.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then he just charged at me. And I threw it, but he was far away.
So she calms down, and then he just charged at me. If that happened to you, isn't that the time where you would get louder or more excited? Because that's the big scary part. But no. So her volume comes down. And now why is that? Because she's not telling the truth. She knows she's lying. Joyce says, I think Mama always makes things better. Possibly. I think she is too insistent and too repetitive about this. Mom was on the phone. Linda says, maybe she was on the phone with Mom after the fact and Mom told her what to do. That's kind of what I'm thinking because there was no other 911 call as far as I know. And the story it's such a narrative. I mean, that would be hard to come up with in that moment unless you're coached. But I can't say that, right? But I do think you have a very good point. West Coast says if she gets Mom to explain it for her, then she doesn't have to. And this is her character. No accountability. I agree. That's what it's looking like, doesn't it? Mace is asking, do we know for sure the phone call happened during the incident? That's my question. I don't know.
But I was scared because he was coming at me. He just choked me
So
twice.
you threw the knife at him?
Yeah.
But I was so scared. He choked me twice. I just need to know that he's okay.
He's at the hospital. We don't know yet.
Okay, there's no way I can be at the hospital.
Right now, no. We're conducting an investigation.
Zero chance.
Why? Why is that?
Zero chance.
Why is that?
Because we need you here.
We're doing an investigation. That's why.
Boys, come on. Come here, baby. Daddy's gonna be back soon. Daddy will be back soon, I promise.
So that's it for the body cam. I think her dogs are an emotional comfort to her. More so than, I don't know. Maybe she does care about them a lot. I'm going to switch screens here. I'm going to check the chat and see if you guys have other comments. Yeah, somebody's saying, how could you be on the phone at the same time all this craziness was going on? Yeah, it seems strange, doesn't it? Romeo is saying she threw the knife at him and opened up an artery. This doesn't make sense. We all agree on that. And I think Courtney is in the chat today. Maybe she isn't. I'm not sure. But she is somebody who works with defensive weapons and says there's no way that would have happened. Hi, Captain Katie. Okay. Do we want to move on to continue with the interrogation? I think we're going to just continue. We're going to move to the interrogation now and do some of this. Oh, wait a minute. I have to check my volume. Sorry, guys. Okay, here we go.
When will I be able to change out of these bloody clothes? I was holding him while he was bleeding.
Yeah.
I mean, my toes.
Yeah. We're gonna see if we can find something for you, and then we're gonna see if we can find something for you, and then bring it over. Okay?
Find something for me?
Yeah. From your house, like to change over.
What can I just want to change in my own clothes. I'll take a shower and change in my own clothes.
Just give us a minute so we can get everything in order, and then we'll come back with you some news. Okay?
Nikki, I can't answer your question because we haven't got that far yet. I know nothing about the case. We're just doing a cold read, right?
The doctor say I took them to the Peace and Love.
Peace Love Pod.
Yeah. Where she answered, and I told her it was an emergency.
Were they still covered in blood?
Not so much because it ran a little bit, but I told her she's going to wash them and she has food there too. Yeah. for you. She sent me, just sent me a picture of.
Did you catch that? She was perfectly fine, chewing on her nails, even checked to make sure, because she dropped one on the floor. And then that, the hands come up and the vocalized crying. This woman comes in and she's flipped. She just like a switch, like on and off. Amazing.
They stayed there before.
Oh my God, is that what she sent you that from today?
No, that's from today. That's from the other day because you left them there.
Oh, okay, yeah. They take really good care of them. Thank you so much. You have no idea how appreciative I am of that.
You want to go to the
I was
bathroom?
really scared. Yes, I do. I'm just picking my nails. I have nothing else to do. Just picking my nails.
So I'm going to fast forward past. There's nothing going on here. So they just took her to the restroom. So there's no point in us looking at an empty room here.
Yeah.
Is that considered?
They'll be right with you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
I think in the beginning of this interrogation video, her tears were real. But this is, to me, this is clearly fake. She's switching it on and off. It's almost like she's taking her position in the seat so that she can be this way when they come in. What do you think? Somebody is suggesting bipolar. Now, I am not a doctor of psychology, but from my work experience, someone with bipolar doesn't flip on and off, on and off, on and off, back and forth. They're in a manic phase or they're in a depressive phase. It's not something that just flips in a minute, back and forth. Was it Shakespeare where the woman was washing her hands and saying out that spot, like trying to get the blood off her hands? She isn't even that concerned. She's looking, if my loved one's blood was on my hand, literally, I would be distraught. She's just kind of rubbing at it and biting her nails. This is bizarre. Irene says it's giving emotional dysregulation, in my opinion. Yes, I agree. Lady Macbeth, yes, thank you. You all know your Shakespeare.
Through the valley of the shadow of death.
Did any of you hear what she said just there? I couldn't make it out. She's reminding me, yeah, Cahoots is talking about random whimpering. And I was just going to say something about that. It reminds me of a 13-year-old who's upset because they didn't get their way or they got grounded and is deciding, well, I'll cry a little bit. I'll act like a toddler. Okay, I'm going to rewind it a little bit. Hopefully one of you can catch what she said because I couldn't.
Through the valley of the shadow of death. Still waters. Still pasture. Green pasture. Still another state.
She's saying part of the Lord's Prayer. And then she says something else which I couldn't make out, but it didn't sound like the rest of that verse. It's actually a Bible verse. This, yeah, Psalm 23. Is it 23 or 24? Anyway, doesn't matter. This is interesting to me because in the beginning, she also prayed while she was alone. While she was alone in the room. And it's making me wonder. I don't think this is for the camera. I don't. I know some people might. I don't. There is this, with her, there seems to be this weird mix of, I'm not going to call it religiosity, but it sounds like she was trained to have certain beliefs. I can't say whether she really believes them or not. There is this sort of split, and I don't mean that in a clinical sense or anything. I mean a split in the normal sense of the word. It's almost like she's two different people. Like it's like, I wouldn't be surprised if her parents didn't know what she was doing. Like she has this double life. And with mom, showing up and wanting her basically to get rid of Christian, break up with him, make him go away, but she doesn't want to, all of that. And the prayer and I need to call my mom. I need to call my dad. It makes me, it's like a child who isn't grown up yet and is trying to be on their own. I don't know. There just seems to be like two opposing sides to this person. Like she doesn't know who she is. Bender, yeah, saying, did she grow up religious? Maybe their comfort in some way. Yeah, she may believe that she can then ask God for something. Somebody said she believes God must obey her. There are some people like that. Well, if I pray for that, that's going to happen because I want that. So it's interesting, and it makes me wonder if there's this and one other thing makes me wonder if there's some proclivity to magical thinking. Now, I'm not suggesting that people who have faith are thinking magically. That's not what I'm saying. But she had said earlier, it was almost like she was trying to convince herself that everything would be okay. And if she can convince herself, then it would be okay. Except that's not reality. Somebody says, I went to Catholic school. When I got yelled at home, I did used to talk to God and cry in my room. Well, that's pretty normal, especially if you see God as like a heavenly father, right? Or a parental figure who loves you and who's going to help you. And that kind of thing is adaptive. Kim is saying, I disagree here. I think it is for the cameras. Fair comment. Just because I say something doesn't mean I'm right. So fair comment. Mace says, I've known young people to never ever mention religion until facing a life and death situation. Yep. There are jokes about that, how nobody prays until something is really, really scary. But she knows at least this Psalm 23. She knows at least that. Carolina says she switches into a child from a teenager from an adult when it's convenient for her only. Interesting. Some people do use that childlike, vulnerable persona as a way to evade responsibility, as a way to get something that they want. And that would be in keeping with what we've seen so far from her, that's seeking reassurance, painting herself as the victim. Jadzia is making a good point. She says she could be very conflicted, maybe brought up very religious and has rebelled, but still holds some of the beliefs. That, to me, sounds like the most reasonable explanation. Carolina's saying you get entitlement vibes from her. Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm getting, spoiled little daddy's girl kind of vibes. And my name is on the lease. I have money, therefore I should be obeyed. William is saying, in a small way, she could be considered another casualty of social media. I don't know. I think that's a big conversation. I think it's very rare for it to be just one thing. I think these issues that lead to these things are multifaceted. Ms. Jackstar, I can't get past the vibe that her parents are overly involved in her life. Yeah, it seems clear that they are, right? Lisa, I think she knows exactly how serious his injuries were, but she doesn't want to face it. I think so too. Romeo is saying the way she's sitting is very childlike. Like when being told off and sent to your room. Oh, Jenna is saying her father is her business manager, so yes, her parents know. Okay. Interesting. Because there's obviously a religious upbringing here. I know she's legally an adult, but she seems ill-equipped to deal with real life. Buffy, this case is ongoing. Joan says she knows what she did. She's struggling with it. I think there's certainly an element of that there, yeah. I think her priority is not to be in trouble. Nikki says, I don't have a problem with what she does for a living. I do have a problem with her parents encouraging and making money off of that. I would have a problem with that too. It's somebody in the comments said the dad is her business manager. I haven't verified that, so I don't know where that information is coming from. I have no idea how long this goes on for, her sitting there like this. GC says it's also the fear of the unknown. She's thinking on her future. Yeah, she said it right on the body cam. I don't know what I'm going to do with my life then.
Please, God, let Krista be okay.
Carolina says, in my opinion, she's used to mom and dad. bailing her out when she gets in trouble. That's the kind of the vibe I get. And I'm very suspicious about her repetitively saying, call my mom. My mom was on the phone. My mom can tell you. There's something to that. The heart machine says, whenever I see a tiny room like this, my gut screams, get a lawyer, don't speak. Yeah. Unhyphenated says, we're witnessing being raised entitled without any accountability. And that alone would lead to the immaturity we're seeing. Piper, I'm the one who blacked out the video. Are you talking about the body cam video? Lisa says it's like she has no coping skills. Yeah, I thought that right at the beginning, that her repertoire is very limited. I didn't see them photograph her at the beginning here. Maybe they did, because she's been disturbing evidence. Her physical person is part of a crime scene now. And she's been biting her nails and rubbing things off and all of that. So I hope they took pictures right away. You want to fast forward? Okay. Yeah, because she could be sitting here for an hour.
Please, God, please let it be okay. Please, God. Please, God, I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Please let it be okay.
I think this is not real right here. What do you think? They sound like a kid crying loud on purpose because you're not responding. That's what it sounds like to me, but maybe I'm being too cold. I'm gonna fast forward again. Joan, she said let him be okay, but somebody else is pointing out that she may want him to be okay because so that she's not in trouble, which is a valid point. And considering her in the order of priorities, she put herself first, and she's lying about a whole lot of things. I would lean more that way. Hello, baby. Just letting you know, she didn't choose to go in that clothing. She was taken from the scene. They don't let you go get changed. You just go in whatever you were wearing. They gave her a robe. So.
get an update on Christian?
The other detective's working on it right now.
Is he okay?
We're gonna check. We're trying to reach the officer at the hospital. We have an officer and a detective there, so we're gonna try to reach them and see what updates we have. And as soon as we get them, we'll let you know. Okay. All right. So we have to obviously go inside the house, the apartment, photograph everything, document everything, pick up any evidence like the knife, you know. So there's two ways we can do that. We can get a search warrant, which, you know, it's basically an authorization from the judge to give us permission to go into the house. Or we can do a consent form. A consent form is a much faster process where you give us permission, and, you know, it'll honestly kill.
Susie brings up the consent form. Did you see her shake her head? That slight smile, like, I know what's going on, and she shakes her head. Why? If what you said was true and you were willing to talk, then what they find at the scene will back up your story. But she doesn't want to. I don't know what's going to happen, if she's ultimately going to consent. But right away, she's not liking this.
Time by.
And by the way, thank you, Buffy.
A good 3 hours. Again, we're not going to take anything else not related to the scene. You know, we're here for whatever happened today, just to document that, photograph that, and that'll be pretty much it. Okay, this is what a consent form looks like. You can take the time to read it. I filled in your name and what we will be doing, and then if you agree with it, you can sign and date it. And like I said, it'll just help speed up the process as well. Okay. We're also speaking to your mom. One of the other detectives, there's a few of us.
What did you say last?
One of the other detectives, the one that helped the dogs, she's speaking to your mom as well too, so we're updating her so she's aware.
Okay.
Okay. Today's date is 04/03/2022, and the timer right now is 9:12 p.m. Let me just put it there next to it. So if you want to read it, unless you want to read it, go through it. It's basically what I said. You know, we're going to go into our apartment 2201. We're going to photograph and document the apartment, collect any evidence in regards to the incident. Okay, which is occurred today. Use your name, and obviously that's pretty much all we're going to be doing there. Okay, so we'll be doing that, and again, it's going to make everything a lot faster. Okay. So just give us a feel. We'll come give you an update, and if you need the rest or anything, just let me know. We're recording either way, so you can just call us, or we're not going to do it.
We're recording either way?
Yeah, we have a recorder, so we have tape recorder and audio recorder.
I've been praying a lot in here.
I brought this with me now, but we do have the cameras as well.
Yeah, I've been really going through it a little bit, and I'm on it. Can I tell you a concern of mine?
Yes.
I mean, I don't think it's a very big concern because I made it very clear I was in like a pool of blood.
Yeah, we saw. I was able to.
And I was holding him, so it's everywhere. I mean, like there's.
Katie is asking if they're serving warrants on her. What they're doing is getting a consent search instead of getting a warrant. So that's what's going on. I noticed she seemed surprised that there were cameras. Don't know. I mean, it could be feigned surprise, but, you know, up until this point, I know a lot of you thought she was playing to the cameras. I didn't. It's okay to disagree. None of us, well, maybe somebody does know because maybe something will come up later, but I'm not in her head. So, but now she does know for sure that there are cameras in the room. Let's see if that makes a difference.
Because I made it very clear I was in like a pool of blood.
Yeah, we saw. I was able to.
And I was holding him, so it's everywhere. I mean, like there's still wet blood on my ankle. So when I mean, it's like a long time in here without anything. So I'm like crossing my legs. Is that gonna like make any difference in? No. I mean, she said like taking photos of my hands and whatever.
Yeah, they're gonna come photograph.
I just don't want to like soak anything that like.
No, they're gonna come photograph you, and they're gonna give you like a.
They didn't photograph her yet? Oh my word.
It is like a hazmat suit. They're gonna give you that temporarily. So they'll be coming out within, I would say, the next 10 minutes. And they'll be giving you one. They'll be stay right there close to you, okay? Just give me a few minutes, and as soon as we get an update, we'll come back in here, okay?
Thank you.
No problem.
So now she knows there are cameras and her behavior hasn't changed. Juno, I think you're right, moaning for the camera. So, makes me wonder if her surprise was feigned. You guys might be right. Oh, Martha's saying she always knew there were cameras, not her first rodeo. Yeah, see, I didn't know that. Either way, her behavior didn't change. Shaker maker. She's 28? Really? Wow. Oh, someone's saying, yeah, she thinks it's like other incidents and you know, her boyfriend's just hurt worse and it's all going to blow over. Yeah, that's plausible. William says 28. It seems like the new 12. Maybe. I know a 16-year-old or 15-year-old who is far more mature than this. Oh, Joan saying Siri says she's 26. Still. Mace says, at least the years have been kind to her. At 26, the years have been kind to everybody, haven't they? Addie, I'm not quite sure what you're asking me. You're saying, what is your feeling about her age? Do you think it's too old or too young for whatever? I think too old and too young is more, in my opinion, is more related to maturity than age. Some 18-year-olds have more maturity and more understanding and more sophistication than some 25-year-olds.
Courtney, they're gonna take pictures, okay? And they're gonna give you a suit so they can take that bloody clothes, okay?
Okay, where am I gonna be going?
No, you're not gonna go anywhere. This is they have to process everything. Okay? After that, you can wash your hands.
Okay. Since I already have since now Kirsten is doing.
The sergeant is in the hospital right now. When he comes back, you have an update. Okay?
Ooh, someone in chat made a really good observation. Jeannie says she closed up her robe for the lady. Very good catch. I missed that. But you're right. She did. See? This is why audience members here are great. You guys are terrific.
You need to ask right now?
No. He's gonna take some pictures of you, okay? If you can stand for us.
Hello? Oh, yes, sure.
You can stand there, right? No problem.
If you can, just have your hands to yourself.
And I haven't heard from the city that
And turn to your right, please.
I think it's in the air because
And that's it, yeah.
I see attachment and how that's the other person, right? Like the person
They're probably requesting the
Turn it one more time to your right.
that we did also.
For the side or the back?
No, just facing the wall. Turn one more time to your right. Thank you. Face me. See your hands in your hands. Maybe lift up your sleeves. Try to lift up your sleeves. No, you're have your hand, keep them like this. Not a little more.
Yeah, because one of them was a number 6, the other one was a white 6. I'm not sure which the driver was
Hoping somebody that was holding themselves peacefully.
Just have it on the
That's fine, I think.
to you?
I mean, there's bruises all over the place, I think.
Yes, I'll photograph everything. Your left.
He asks, are there any injuries sustained to you? She says there are bruises all over the place. If they're bruises, they didn't happen today. And we don't know why they're there. That's not to say nothing happened. She has bruises. We don't know why they're there. But what's missing here? What did she fail to say that is critical? The critical piece that she forgot is here, is around her neck. Because she might say, well, there might be something here. That would be the first thing she thinks of if she had just gone through what she claims to have gone through. And I'm already of the opinion that that didn't happen.
Is it even just having figures?
Are you looking for injuries, or are you looking just...
Just general photos right now, and then afterwards I'll photograph your injuries.
Okay.
Can you roll up the sleeve, the pen?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So people are asking why so many pictures. This is standard. I'm actually surprised that they didn't take the pictures immediately instead of waiting this long, because all of the evidence is disturbed. Basically, her person has become part of a crime scene. She is, what's on her is evidence. So if there are injuries, old or new, red marks, if there are, obvious hairs, fibers, anything under her nails, blood spatter, they do blood spatter analysis or blood stain analysis. So they're going to be looking at that. So they're looking for a number of things. So they want to take pictures from multiple angles of multiple parts of her so that they get everything. Hope that made sense.
You can turn to your left. And turn to your left and facing your left. Face the wall and then see if I can.
That was supposed like in my other account.
Yeah.
It's practically stuck to my leg.
Yeah, this one.
Is this good enough? I feel like I'm doing something wrong.
No, it's okay. Face me if you can. Face me. Thank you. You can turn to your right. It's on the other side.
Do you have any injuries?
I mean, I have bruises all over the place, I think, but I'm probably just covered in blood, honestly.
Okay.
Do you have any bruises in your arms?
Do you have any bruises on your arms, on your neck?
Don't have any. I mean, you already got that. Usually there's just bruises like on my arms or my legs.
Let me get the one.
Yeah, on your arm, right here.
Yeah, that
You put your arm down so you can get, and you can turn that way so you can get the on your arm. You can look that way, And you can get it on the other one too.
So they are seeing a bruise on her arm, which means it was there previously.
And the front part of it?
face it.
Is that from today? Or from earlier? Just start right here?
All over the place.
Okay, I'm going to put a scale to it, okay?
Okay.
It's just a paper scale. You can look that way so we don't get Move your arm just one more time.
This is what I have, like, on my, like,
Keep turning just so we can see if you have any more. You don't have anything on your neck?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
So somebody in the chat pointed out how Courtney said she usually has bruises on her arms and legs, and that is a good point. And the defense, is going to use that. We don't know how she gets those bruises. I could say I usually have bruises on my legs because I do, and none of it's from anybody doing anything to me. It's other reasons, goofing around with Watson or bumping into stuff. So, yes, that is a good point usually. Also, the officer asked her if there's anything on her neck, and she immediately says no. So she knows. She doesn't say, I don't know. She says no. He didn't choke her that day.
Where I need them, I don't have it.
You don't have any on your face from past?
No. I have. I'm usually like I have bruises most of the time, like all over like my legs and my butt and whatever. So I mean that would be where it is now.
You're just gonna swab it, okay, for DNA. Just a cotton swab and water. Okay. Your neck. We're going to give you something to change it a little bit. You can
Okay, you can face me. We're going to swab just the area of your neck, okay?
21, 22.
Good move. They're swabbing her neck for DNA. Very good move. The other thing that I'm not seeing, in addition to this photographing and evidence collection here being delayed so long. I mean, maybe they didn't have the manpower to do it. I don't know why, okay? But the other thing that, and maybe different jurisdictions do things differently, but here we would have the person stand on, like, it's like a big piece of, it looks like butcher paper or craft paper. It's a big sheet of paper. And they remove their clothing piece by piece. Each piece is bagged, and the paper is on the floor so that if hairs or fibers fall off the person or fall off the clothing as they're removing it and photographing and all that, that it is captured within that piece of paper. But we haven't seen any of that. So just interesting for me to see this being done this way.
Just swab your face, okay?
Okay. Anybody have the time? Or would you let me know?
9:47.
10:40. No, is it 9:46? 9:46.
Okay, this is for your left arm.
No, right.
Oh, my left, right on my phone.
2148, right arm. Okay. Right arm. Left arm.
Same thing too.
2148, left arm. Top of left hand.
Okay, let me see your left hand. Just put that in. Thank you.
2149. Top of right hand.
Same to your right.
Palm of right hand. Palm of right hand. Let me see your right hand. Your right arm. Put it up. No, down, I'm sorry. Is that a bruise?
Yeah, it's in your
Yeah. You need to put still for that. Palm of left hand. Right hand. 2149. Left hand. Palm of left hand. What is it?
left foot.
Left foot. You're gonna photograph her hands again. Focus on her hands to show that she's missing some nails.
Well, I have to make a comment on that. I was in here for a very long time alone, and when someone went to the restroom with her, I quit picking them up. I was missing a lot already. I was missing about 3, but they just come off so easily. There are a few in here because I popped a couple more off.
Okay.
I just don't want.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not anything.
Okay.
So her false nails are in the garbage can. That might be important later.
says no 34 and 114. What's 34 to 11, huh? Let me see your flip on your right one. Do you have the card?
Can you take one back first? But do it out to the floor. Okay. No, show the face. And you're gonna push it onto the side. Focus on the
To verify, this is 1226? 1126. Yes, no, the driver, 1226. That's all arrival. 1269.
Do you have any discounts? Any discounts?
I don't think so.
Put it over there?
Several times. This is the time it's not happening. Is that all? Can it sit down?
We're also going to collect the clothing, I believe.
Yeah. Change. I'm gonna put you in the other room that is not recording, so you can change and put the clean clothes, okay?
Okay.
And then I'll take you after to watch him.
I mean, when I change up there, is this doing any safeguards with them or no?
Just advise the detective, and if, if they arise, then we will.
Okay, so you're gonna change yourself? Yeah, then you can go first. You can take this off. I'm gonna put your jacket in here first, and then you're gonna your cardigan, and then everything will be changing on the second.
Thank you.
Oh boy, I'm going to be in trouble if we see her do this. Man.
Oh, let's take it to the other room because this room is recorded.
Do you need this?
No, you just leave it there. We're going to come back to this room.
Oh good, they're going to take her out of the room so we don't have to see it on camera. You're going to fast forward because we don't need to look at an empty room here. Did you catch that breathing? It seemed to me like she was trying to work herself up. What do you think? What the crap is she doing? And notice she turned her back to the camera. that suggests to me that she knows where the camera is, in which corner of the room the camera is. Now she's suddenly cold? What? And this is about comfort. Captain Katie says, what is she hiding? Yeah, she's hiding a lot. But it makes me think that, yeah, maybe she's hiding here in a way. She blows her nose before she starts crying. Wonder if she has allergies or for some reason there's something wrong with her nose. She's blowing her nose a lot, even when she's not crying.
Courtney?
Will I be coming back in here?
Yes. So we're just gonna go into this room right over here, so you can talk to your attorney. Okay. Hey, how are you? Good morning. How are you?
Okay.
Yep. I didn't talk to your parents.
Someone says co-cabin. Yeah, it's possible. So she's gone to talk to her attorney. And we know that the police officer spoke with her mother. So sounds like parents called an attorney for her. Let's see if anything changes. Bernice says it's probably really cold in there. Yeah, but She wasn't freezing earlier when she was letting her robe like hang open, so. See if I can get through this faster. Oh, yeah. Oh, West Coast is saying maybe she was nasal from crying. Oh, come on.
Thank you. I don't know. Yeah. Thanks for asking.
So, yeah, what a fucking nightmare. So you're living in a nightmare right now.
Yes.
You know?
What this is.
So just
Why are they switching to you?
because they don't have a picture of your boyfriend. So they want to make sure that they have a photo, I think, from your social media. So they're gonna, because they don't have his ID, they don't have anything, so they need to know who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
they just want you to identify him.
Okay.
Yeah. And I said I don't have a problem with that. I mean, this is not a who stabbed Christian case. This is, we know what happened. Well, we know part of what happened.
I will feel so much better once they just say he's stable.
Yeah.
And I've been asking so much.
That's what we're waiting for.
I'm grinning here because, they brought in a big gun. I could tell right when he walked in the room. First of all, it's a different guy, right? And secondly, he says, this is enough a nightmare. So right away, trying to build up that rapport. There, he and Courtney are a team, and he gets it. He gets it. And he's very nonchalant, very calm. Yeah, well, we know what happened. This is not a case of trying to figure out who done it. And very, very relaxed. He wants to put her at ease. I think this makes me laugh because I know exactly what's going on. So that's why I'm laughing. It's not that the situation isn't serious. It is very, very serious.
I mean, I feel like at the end, if he's not, that's a lot worse for me. But if he's not.
So she wants to hear he's stable. Because if he's not, it's a lot worse for me. Wow. Does she have no self-awareness? I think even a lower IQ person would not just spit that out. Does she even know what she's saying? Wow.
That's just a lot worse for everybody.
Yeah. Of course.
I need a specified generously.
So they've asked for an update, and I asked them for an update as well. So they're checking to see what's going on because they're.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I will do with myself if he's not okay.
Again, I don't know what I will do with myself if he's not okay. What?
No matter what.
I clearly can't be together.
No matter what happens,
right.
No matter where this falls, right? It's out of our control, right? You did what you could. Anyway. This
Oh,
room
this is not polite, is it?
doesn't matter.
Okay.
There's no etiquette, appropriate etiquette here. But anyway, so this room is recorded, okay? So let's just, I don't want to talk about, I mean, even if it is recording right now, what we talk about is confidential. They can never use it, but I prefer that we just not talk about the case. But it's just talking about in general. No matter what his condition is, it's out of our control, right? We have no control. What's done is done. We can't undo it. We need to move forward. And
Vet Met Vlog, I am seeing you. Saying you're going to write your remarks about throwing the knife story when the stream is over. You're welcome to do that, but just so you know, we can see you. Somebody saying you got a timeout? What? I don't know how that works. Okay, I'll get back to this.
what's done is done. We can't undo it. We need to move forward. And my concern is you. Okay? I will be talking, obviously, to your family. Like I said, I still feel, confident that you're going home. I don't know about tonight, but just because again, the investigation is ongoing. They can hold you technically for a while. And I know your parents, while they're conducting the investigation, they can hold you. Okay.
Okay, I'm confused. I thought this was another detective, and now it sounded like this is a lawyer. Does somebody know? Okay, thank you. So, I thought it was a detective, like, taking her side. I was wrong. So, I was entertained, like, for nothing, falsely. You can all laugh at me. It's okay. So this is her lawyer, and they're going to make sure they don't talk about anything confidential.
Okay. But listen, your dogs are fine. I'm on it. We're going to get you home as quickly as we can. All right? I know, and straightforward with you, there's some concerns about your mental health to make sure that you're okay, because this is very traumatic. So there may be some steps taken there. Yep, come on in to make sure that you're okay. And that's it. But we're getting you home, okay?
Okay.
So, have you met the sergeant?
I have.
Okay. Come on in. So this will now be recorded, okay? But if at any moment I feel that they should stop recording, I will tell them that. Because obviously I'm here to protect you. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah. That's fine.
Okay. Courtney.
So the dynamics are completely different now. I'm interested in these things. Here, you don't see lawyers going in the interrogation room with someone. So very interesting.
10:45 p.m. right now. Okay. Let's start off with. So I have a picture. Let me know if this is Christian or not. Okay. Yeah, that's Christian. Okay. Yeah. So we have to inform you that Christian did not make it. Okay. Unfortunately, the doctors did what they could. And
Christian is dead.
Yes.
Oh my God. This is not real, right? Okay.
I want to see that again, if you don't mind. Something not right here. Okay, it's just my read. To me, she reacted too quickly. You know, when somebody tells you something, especially something horrible, it takes you a second. The reaction from her seemed too quick. I think she knew or she figured. Also, she puts her hand up here. And that's protective. So when you're feeling threatened, you protect your vital organs, you protect your most vulnerable parts, right? And the throat is an area you would protect. I'm thinking the lawyer might have been more surprised than she was. So that's just my take. Somebody else might have a different opinion. I want to back this up again. If you don't mind, I'm going to check the chat. So he was in the 911 call, Frauke. He said he couldn't feel his arm, I think. So I'm just trying to see if anybody else has a reaction to her reaction there. Joan says, yeah, she was waiting to hear that. Unhyphenated says she's actually scared now. Yeah, that protective motion gives her away. You're saying you can't see the lawyer. I'm covering him. There's actually another thing covering him anyway. So Addie says she may have strongly thought he was gone, so it may not have been a surprise. Yeah. And the other thing here was she seems to accept it very quickly. And most of us don't want to believe it, but she accepts it and then acts like there's denial. But she accepted it first. And so that's reversed. So usually you get the denial, then the acceptance, not the other way around. Let's look again.
Yeah, that's Christian. Okay. So we have to inform you that Christian did not make it. Okay. Unfortunately, the doctors did what they could, and
Christian is dead.
Yes.
Oh my God. This is not real, right? Okay. There's no fucking way. Christian died? Okay. Can I please have a hug? Am I allowed to do that in here?
Sure. Yeah.
What the what? What? I'm sorry. I'm just, trying to avoid swear words right now. What the crap? Can I have so the world around her exists to regulate her emotions for her, maybe? The world around her is like everything's about her. And I did notice her respiration change. So she's taking bigger breaths. So that's, fight or flight. At this point, considering that in context with everything else we've seen, I think that's fear. I don't think it's feeling horrified or bad for him. I think it's fear for herself. That's my opinion. Wow.
No.
Calm down. Calm down. Take deep breaths. Just take deep breaths. You're gonna be okay?
I need to hug my mom.
I'll talk to your parents and get them over here.
I cannot be left alone in like a room by myself.
You won't be.
After this. No, that's not true. That's not real, right?
It is real.
Christian is dead.
Yes. They're not gonna lie.
I know, I just can't believe it.
I'll talk to your parents. I'll get them. I'm gonna get your parents here ASAP.
Kim made a remark that made me laugh in the chat here. So the lawyer gets up and goes to hug her, and she doesn't really need a hug from the lawyer. He's going to console her and physically touch her. And nah, she's not the one that he's not the one she wanted. And Kim said, no, I want the police officer to hug me. I want that one over there to hug me. And I'm laughing, but I can't help but think, yeah, that's about right. What a show. What a show. And I'm sorry, some people are going to say I'm cold, but I'm not buying this at all. She's afraid for herself. It's all about her.
We spoke to your parents, and they're trying to do everything possible to get here as soon as possible as well.
To what?
To get your parents, for them to come over here. So they're doing everything possible right now to find a way to get down here.
Her mind is racing. And look at that right here. She glances over at the lawyer. That's her lifeline. And she's looking at him like looking for anything that's going to help her. I'm not seeing grief here for Christian. LA points out what's up with her taking her pulse. Did you see that? I saw her touching her wrist like that, and I wasn't sure if it was, I thought it was maybe self-soothing, but because I couldn't see what she was doing, I didn't make a conclusion.
Deep breaths. Just take deep breaths.
I've been crying so much, and I just can't even cry right now.
Just take deep breaths. It's a shock. Just relax. Try to relax. And
okay.
We're gonna get you somebody here. Okay.
Holy shit. No.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine.
So when she looks and says, no, No, I can't even. I'm trying to like act like her and I can't even pull it off. No. Who does she look at? She looks at the person who showed her the compassion, right? She looks at her lifeline.
Courtney, it's gonna be okay.
No, it's not. Oh my God. I wanted to be at the hospital. If anything happened to him, I just wanted to be at the hospital. I begged, can I please go to the hospital? I mean, obviously, they put me in cuffs at my house, but like, I begged, can I please go to the hospital? Oh my God, our friends. Oh my God. Mom. Me?
It's been a long day.
She's mad at them. She's mad at them because she couldn't be there. She wanted to go to the hospital and they didn't let her. I think she knows she's in big trouble.
I'm going to wake up tomorrow and it's going to be the same thing. And, yeah. And, okay, that's the last time I ever talked to him. It's the last time anybody ever talks to him. Ever. The last thing he ate was fucking Subway.
So I think she's trying to process it. Did she say the last thing, something about Subway? I want to listen to that again.
The last thing he ate was fucking Subway.
Courtney, we can't undo what's already happened, so just this is going to be a process.
What I was saying to that other room, I said, God forbid, when like from far away, what if I had accidentally hit a little bit lower and he died? That's what I said. You remember? I said, God forbid. Then a few minutes later.
So we can't.
She's still on this about her. It's still really about her. It's not God forbid because it would hurt him. And she'd said earlier in the interview, and that was just unbelievable when she said, well, she didn't want him to die. If he was injured, it was okay. This is wild. This is wild. So there is still, I don't know, about 20 minutes left of this. And I think we have been doing this for a long time. So I'm going to switch screens here. Venus Victor says she's not truly surprised. Stephanie's asking when her trial is. I'm not sure. I don't know why I think it's April, but I might be wrong. I might be getting that mixed up with somebody else. So I don't know, but we'll cover it. Addie says, look, if she was physically abusive, she does not love him, so deep mourning might be too much to hope for, but she should be a little sad in the moment. Yeah. So, yeah, it's all about her. Okay, people in the chat are saying she was abusive. We haven't got that far. I'm getting the sense, though, that that is a strong possibility, especially considering the way she describes things that he did to her and how volatile she is, how changeable she is, how self-centered she is. That doesn't mean, I mean, we haven't got that far yet here. I know a lot of you already know lots about the case. I purposely went into this blind. So LA is asking me to get the elevator video. Okay, I'll go look for that. We're trying to go through this in order. I think we're going to finish the interrogation. Then there is body cam video of a call to police one day before this. And I know it's there. I haven't seen it yet, so I want to have a look at that. Addie's pointing out that she did bring up all of her bruises, but we don't trust that she got them from anywhere. Addie's saying but herself. I'm saying they could have come from anywhere. There was no story. Even she didn't say, oh, this came from this incident or that incident. Even she doesn't say that. So yeah, it sounds like there's a lot to look at in this trial. Courtney's saying it's clear she has huge reactions to things. So I'm interested in seeing if she uses law enforcement to manipulate him. Yeah, I guess we're going to find out. But having huge reactions to things like Sarah Boone, just because she has a characteristic like Sarah Boone, doesn't translate into a rationale for using the legal system against somebody. There's a different reason behind doing that. Okay. I think I'm going to end the stream. We've been talking a long time. And I'm glad that y'all came and talked to me. I heard some interesting things from you. I appreciate that. It's useful. It's interesting. And I appreciate so many people actively avoiding spoilers. This is an interesting experiment. What about tomorrow? I think I can do something tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna maybe do a live tomorrow and we'll get moving. Okay? Thank you for watching. Trust your gut, and I'll see you soon.